What's up? What's up, family? Just got a little message across the bottom of my screen. Threw me off real quick, but let's get to it. So let's create our customized deck for this read. Oh no, we need some more lights. You like it? You know I like it thick. You know we're not gonna use. We won't even use half the cards, but then we may. Who knows? You know how we like to just flip through and see what's up because they all apply. They all will have something to add to the message. So shuffle one more time, and then we're gonna tap in, see what's up. Hope everybody's been doing fantastically. So we're getting the cards out, the main theme, main energy for the read. All right, bottom of the deck we have, it says, what's unfolding within you? All right, so first card we're clarifying, it says you won, not with revenge, not with explanation, but with elevation. So, of course, there's victory unfolding within you, joy, happiness because you've won. I just feel like there is a time of just receiving. All right, so the next card we're clarifying here, the next card we have is give yourself permission to say no. So you're finding your voice, I feel, as well. That's what's unfolding within you. And then we have assert yourself. Take risks with courage. Okay? So it's all giving energy of power, level up, taking your leadership role and position, taking a leadership role and position in your life, recognizing your power, your energy, and not doubting yourself, really going for it. So let's get some tea leaf cards out here. I'm gonna get 3 for each one of these cards. Oh, okay. So we have wind chimes, peace and harmony, coming to clarify the you've won. And we have fire. We have strong emotion coming out here. Passionate love or hate is giving more passionate love. So there's a lot of passion happening. Bottom of the deck right now is ladder, climbing towards success. That's not one of the cards we're going to take, but we're going to take this one. We have vase, secret admirer. Wow. And then bottom of the deck we have beetle, good fortune. Then I say it seems like we've won. We're stepping into a time of ease where things are just going to be magnetized to us. All of the things that we want, and we got to give out. Even though we get a lot of we're receiving a lot of the things that we want. It may be different from who we are right now. Now that we've elevated, our wants may be different. Some of them, maybe not all. And so you may be approached with, some of the things that was once your heart's desire. And spirits that give yourself permission to say no. We have a younger man here, says dealings with a younger man. There may be someone trying to approach you. We have butterfly, a younger man. Change for the better. And then we have dark woman, dealings with a woman with dark complexion, with dark complexion or hair. And in bottom of the deck, we have valleys as deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So you may be having to say no to a younger man or a dark woman, a woman of dark complexion or hair. And it's going to bring about a change, but this change will be for the better with the butterfly card here. All right. So it says assert yourself, take risks with courage. Okay, we have shield. You may encounter someone that is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, but Spirit says continue, assert yourself. Don't take risk. You may need to defend yourself, but assert yourself, irregardless of what may happen. All right. Then we have feather. Someone you know is undependable and insecure. And so that may be the reason why this person may lash out. Bottom of the deck, we have boot. It says increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So Spirit says no matter how much this person may be stubborn and unwilling to change, defend yourself. Stand up for yourself. Assert yourself so that when whoever this person is, there may be two different people, as you know, a younger man or a woman of dark complexion or hair. You need to stand up to each of these energies. That way you can find out if they're undependable or insincere, extremely stubborn or willing to change. Increase your efforts. Increase your efforts. All right, so let's get some tarot here. I think I kind of want to wait for tarot and pull out the galactic energy deck. Get this galactic deck popping, because I really want to know more about this energy down here for sure. With assert yourself, take risks, with courage, be courageous. Don't be afraid to, you defending yourself is you asserting yourself, I feel. So the card that just came out, 2 cards, complete surrender, spiritual commitment. Okay, so this could be someone around you. You need to, someone that's undergoing a complete surrender, and maybe they're making a spiritual commitment. Someone that you may have at once needed to defend yourself against. I feel like, you know, these people, someone may be making a change. And then we have a way showing here in the reverse. Undependable and insincere. Bottom of the deck, we have embracing family. Okay, so it could be a family member that is undergoing this change. I'm going to pick those back up and get some more cards though. What's up with this shield card? So we have common ground. There may be someone that is, you know, contrary on finding common ground because they don't want you to show them the way. things are coming full circle, as in these people realizing and recognizing that you are chosen and that you should be leading. But there's someone that, again, that is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change and don't want to give you that position. We have self-sacrifice here. Someone you know is undependable and insecure. Insincere is what it says. So defend yourself against someone that is, just have your shield up and your discernment on fleek. We have masculine principle here, bottom of the deck, in reverse. We have good intentions in the upright. You definitely have good intentions towards this person. You have done the complete surrender. And we also have creative communication here. I feel like you may be able to tap into a creative way of communicating with this person with the masculine principle. Could be a masculine or a woman just carrying masculine energy at this time. A woman that's chasing versus, allowing herself to be pursued. She may be chasing drama with you or whatever instead of just being in the flow and healing or whatever. Have them, they're in this masculine principle, but maybe they're going to be able to awaken, hopefully, to let their guard down and to sacrifice their ego. Or this is how some people can see you as well, because the self-sacrifice card speaks of someone that sacrificed themselves so much they can't remain strong and healthy to remain of service to anyone. They sacrifice themselves too much. Karmic pattern in many people. Self-sacrifice can be a noble act for spiritual development. So that's what I was speaking on in regards to, someone surrendering their ego. It says, or lack of self-worth. So, and I feel like this your person, so again, it goes back to an external person because it did come out in reverse. I feel like someone that feels that self-sacrifice means that they don't value themselves. So again, they don't want to self-sacrifice and give up their false leadership role to you. But you need to just continue to assert yourself and defend your position as leader. Just continue to lead by example, whether you have willing followers or not. It says, where have you sacrificed your deepest needs? Are you furthering old, unhealthy patterns? Okay. You may have self-sacrificed yourself to someone who is undependable and insincere, stubborn, unwilling to change. It says, or sacrifice ego desires. Evolving. And remember, the first card out is you've won. So I don't feel like you are self-sacrificing yourself, because again, when it goes back to give yourself permission to say no, your heart's desire, as you have won and have elevated, again, your heart's desires may have changed, with what's unfolding within you. Underneath that, we have tough love. It says they intended to harm you, but was the very fire that refined you. So you may have given tough love. Maybe what's unfolding within you is more tough love to give other people. Maybe you're going to be giving tough love to these people who intended to harm you, but it only made you stronger. These people are under judgment. It shows here, seems here. And you need to speak life. You need to be reminded that you are very powerful at this time, now that you have evolved and, elevated. And you need to speak life. Again, address the entity, not the person. Okay? Because you may be dealing with a flighty person with the Sagittarius here. Could be a Sagittarius, or they could just be a flighty person. But they're also very spiritual, So again, your word organizes reality. Sound vibration creates your most powerful creative tool. And remember, we did see creative communication or something like that. So don't be afraid to defend yourself. It says true freedom comes through self-mastery rather than trying to control the circumstances. So, you have very great discernment in regards to what battles you need to fight and what battles you can just rest and not participate in. It says karma isn't punishment, but a necessary rebalancing. All right. I'm going to get another row of these cards. Integrities at the bottom of the deck. 101 is the number on there. We have 83, 60, and 3. Okay, so there's definitely a portal, a major transformation that is happening with this common ground. And I feel like, there's even the chance here with this common ground and coming as it is clarifying the shield, you need to defend yourself. I feel like there's going to be a common ground that is met where you won't have to defend yourself. And here we go, embracing family coming out again. It says, when live in fear, live in isolation. So when you live in fear, you live in isolation. But even a couple readings ago, the reading was about put yourself out there. It says genetic, spiritual family. So you may be connecting to your genetic or spiritual family. I feel, again, common ground. I feel like the energy around you is that of common ground, and you're not going to have to defend yourself to people. You're going to give yourself permission to say no, and you're going to be able to do that because you're going to be surrounded by family that is in alignment with you. It says open to receive support. Don't be afraid to show your true self. And that includes your no. If you don't want to do it, say no. And it may feel a little different for you because you're used to being afraid to say no. But if you're going to be following your true and authentic self, because that's what's unfolding, you being true to yourself. It says, no, they will support you unconditionally. Exactly. If they are your true family, they will support you unconditionally. And you won't have to defend yourself. They will just allow you to be. It says, crisis past, rebuild from foundation upward. Okay, so it's given that you're about to be on common ground with someone else because you asserted yourself and you took risks. So I feel like you're about to be on common ground with a lot of opposing energies. Remember, we had butterfly, change for the better, coming out underneath. Give yourself permission to say no. And I feel like you did that, and that's the reason why things are changing for the better with this, perhaps a younger man and this dark woman. energy. We'll get more into that a little bit later. Coming out of isolation because didn't want to burden family. Let their love heal the past, okay? Let the love of your family heal the past. I feel like there's some people that are actually wanting to change. People that were, again, this extremely stubborn, unwilling to change person. We have the coming full circle card coming out underneath that. Okay, so Sirian placed codes in DNA to evolve. The time is right. The time is right for this person to evolve. Perhaps the Sirians can come in and dealt with this person and help them to evolve as well, because greatness is unfolding within you, and these are people you want to take with you and felt that you would have to leave behind. But if they make the change necessary, you won't have to. It says the time is now. You've completed a karmic pattern. Don't hold on to the past. I feel like this is what these people are learning right now. You know, it says new cycle or opportunity to and then just powerfully end one. So there's going to be a powerful ending of a cycle, perhaps again of being stubborn and unwilling to change for someone. Transformation in life circumstances. It says you're ready. This person is ready to take that leap of faith into learning and into a new learning and growth cycle, you know, to grow out of being this stubborn and unwilling to change person. This is beautiful with embracing family here. And look, spiritual technology in reverse. And we've spoken before about, you know, spiritual technology. Well, the fact that these people are powerful as well. If they are connected to you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, they are powerful because you're powerful. Right? And so they have the powers, they just haven't been using them for good. And I feel like things are changing to where they're going to use them for good. So it says adept at using and creating spiritual technology such as crystals, wands, sacred geometry, and so on to enhance spiritual experiences or cleaning energy in a home or healing someone. Okay. So with these people finally coming full circle, getting on common ground, I feel like you can exert yourself and take risks with courage to maybe open yourself up to this person again. I feel like they're going to be more receptive to the healing energy. It says don't become dependent on objects. Believe in your own inner power. Okay, so I feel like someone may be believing in you and they're going to stop with the black magic and do the inner work for spiritual transcendence. They're going to start using their powers for good to perhaps overcome abandonment issues or to keep you from abandoning them. You're definitely going to be faced with this coming up, especially if it comes to whether you're going to accept them in your life again or back again. Underneath that, it says we have seduction and addiction in the upright. Hell, this person that's what I was going to say. I was literally about to say that. Seduction and addiction. Like, you have really, your sexiness is what is what called this person into their growth. They are addicted to you. You gave yourself permission to say no to this person, And, you know, they realize how connected to you that they were and are. And so cosmic midwifery, like you birthed them into this cosmic world that you exist in, but you do exist in it in regards to reality. You have duality with it. So that this is, you need to assert yourself and take risks. Don't be afraid to share your spiritual journey with these people. It says seeing the one is in reverse. Like, I feel like there's someone that sees you as the one, especially now that you've awakened this the spiritual side of them in a healthy way. It says gift to usher others. It's a gift to usher others through birth or the death experience. And you have ushered this person through that experience, the birth of the new self and the death of their old self, helping them to face their shadow. I don't know what I wrote there because I wrote it with pen. Metaphysical? Yeah, so it says a metaphysical birth or death experience. So again, we just address that. And then connection with higher self. You are helping this person to connect with their higher self. And it could be through your love making, your beauty. But they know that you have a solar consciousness and conservative attachments as well. Inner powerful. Oh, most powerful in the deck. This is, wow. And it came out in the upright. You are, and it's the number 7, which is the card of, it's a sacred number. Personal evolution. They see you. That's the reason why you were able to be a cosmic midwife for this person and to usher them through the birth and the death experience, whether it's, metaphysically usher them through the birth and death experience of evolving. Conservative attachments, says polarity in form, fear of change, adherence, how it should be on one side, time to change and acknowledge without resistance. So this could be your energy, realizing the eyes that you see this person through, and remembering that we are focusing on the entity and not the person. And so Spirit wants you to definitely release that, because this person does have progressive desires. They do want to do better, and them coming around wanting to give you an apology, it may make you feel uncomfortable. And if you want to say no, say no. We have the card out here. Give yourself permission to say no. You may need a little bit more time, with how this person treated you in the past. You may have your guard up, You may feel like this person is undependable and insincere. Let's get one more card before we switch over to tarot. What I say? This card is forgiveness and gratitude. This is coming out underneath someone is undependable and insincere. It was the entity that was on them. And we have self-sacrifice here. I feel like this person is willing to self-sacrifice unto you to show that they are sincere in wanting to change, in changing, in they're sincere in regards to this spiritual journey, and that you don't have to fear abandonment again from them, because you may have experienced a lot of that through them. It says, though more intelligent, still seen as animals. And there's dolphins on here. This is the dolphin. This Cetacean dolphin, cetacean, I don't know. They were hunted and killed, yet the dolphin consciousness not only forgave humans, but see the journey as aspects of the creator. You know, again, you need to see that this is what was needed for you. This is what was needed to be the catalyst for you becoming who you are becoming and unfolding into who you are unfolding into. Again, remember the card. I'm looking at it again. It says they intended to harm you, but was the very fire that refined you. It's exactly what we are talking about. Forgiveness and gratitude. Like, this is actually, you know, it was, you alchemized that shit. It brought out the alchemist in you. All right? And you know that everything happened for a reason and that it was written. This is aspects of the creator. You are the creator, and you actually brought this situation into your life. It says doing so will allow you to see the bigger picture, which is where you are now. This is who you've been wanting, who you've been aiming to become. You're now ready and equipped again to receive abundance and to truly live out your soul and mission and life purpose. And it says, see the bigger picture and not polarize yourself as victim or the perpetrator. Like, this was, even these people being stubborn and undependable, it was all part of the bigger picture and the doing of the creator in order for you to learn the lessons. It says lessons enhance spiritual growth, and you did learn a lesson. It says be grateful for the lessons. It says joyful. Now you can be joyful in a fully present state and really enjoy life instead of just existing, because you were able to overcome. It says, and now you're rooted in the now. Do not hold on to the pains of the past or worries of the future. Do not hold a grudge, but joyfully interact with offender. Wow. Joy and love of present moment, non-attachment, healing and growth, gratitude for the lessons learned. This is exactly what I was saying. That this energy is possibly what it is bringing forth for us. So let's get into some tarot. So now let's clarify this. You've won. And it was not with revenge or over-explaining yourself, chasing anyone, people-pleasing, but you won by just simply allowing the fire to refine you. Just as we were saying, because we do have fire that came out in the tea leaf under this You Won card, and it says strong emotion, passionate, or love or hate. So both fires is refining you at this time. I feel like you're going to be experiencing a lot of strong emotions. You're going to be experiencing a lot of strong emotions of love, and you are becoming enlightened. We're going to have to use that. You're becoming enlightened now because of a lot of the hate that you've received. And now you're in this energy of peace and harmony. And I feel like now you're about to be refined with the fire of love. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. And we have a secret admirer here. And you have someone that is ready to do just that for you. Be sold out for you. Exactly. And this person that is about to do a 360, you know, they were completely oblivious to the beauty of who you are. And remember, look, we have the Queen of Wands here. Didn't I say you were able to change this person possibly through your sexual energy, your beauty, your confidence, your intuition? Like, they admire that about you. That's, you know, this Queen of Wands come out underneath the secret admirer. It makes sense why you have a secret admirer. They see your confidence, your creativity, your leadership abilities, you know, the passion and the warmth. And we got passion here twice with the fire and this Queen of Wands. But again, this person may have made you feel abandoned by, you know, isolating themselves, making you lonely, withdrawing from you, not sharing their emotions. Could be dealing with a Virgo energy, an earth sign, or a fire sign with the wands here. But I feel like even though this person, I feel like you're dealing with someone that was in the energy of burnout, but you brought peace and harmony to them. They were restless. They had a lack of introspection. But again, you brought peace and harmony to them. And I feel like they were trapped to that energy, and they were ignoring warning signs. But the situation sparked strong emotions in both of you, and you withdrew from this person. And in that isolation, they felt the loneliness. They felt that was where the spark came, you know, and where a lot of the illusions and things of their subconscious started to come forward with the moon card here in the upright. I feel like you brought that energy out of said person, and now they don't want to fight it anymore. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to fight it anymore. Fight you. They're ready to do the work, you know. They were avoiding conflict. There was a lack of growth, but you know, you're a queen, so they have to grow. Lack of energy, it says missed opportunities and lost battles, okay? Again, this is in reverse. This is your person's energy. And they feel like, I got to get my shit together or I'm going to miss out on this opportunity. This is not a battle that I am going to win. So I need to surrender. And remember, we saw complete surrender come out. And self-sacrifice. I feel like this person is ready to completely surrender to you and sacrifice. Look at them. Why? Look what came out in the upright. The Empress card. You are the motherfucking Empress. So assert yourself. Take risks with courage because you are her. You've been playing it small, and you're about to stop that. You are Queen of Queens. That's the reason why you can tap into any of the Queen's energy at any point. Okay, so give yourself permission to say no. These are some interesting cards here. Feelings or relationship with a young man. Maybe the person you were dealing with was young in spirit versus young in age. Perhaps could just be immature in how they handled you, because we have the 9 of Pentacles in the upright here. Energy of abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, independence, material comfort. And you like, I'm in boss energy. I may not have all of these things right now, but I am changing for the better. Got the 10 of Swords in reverse coming out underneath. Change for the better. Okay. And the 10 of Swords in reverse represents recovery, hope, healing. So again, recovery, hope, healing, dealings with the younger man, changing for the better. You know, you gave yourself permission to say no with this person that was acting immaturely, because you know you're a grown-ass woman. Even you may be older than them in age. I mean, younger than them in age, but they were acting very immaturely. Look at that, with the page on the bottom of the deck. You know. So this young acting man may be changing for the better to come get his dark woman. You may be this dark woman with dark hair or dark complexion. Disagreement, lack of communication, incompetence, unrecognized. You know, this person may have felt incompetent to you, and that's why they're changing for the better. They're doing the work. Right? And you be patient with the young man with this energy, should I say, because he may not be a young man. They're going through an energy of imbalance. You know, they're kind of under judgment. It's given, you know, this you're at the judgment, in the judgment hall, and you have the opportunity for a second chance, but you have to change. And I feel like this is, you know, this person feels the severity of doing what is needed to be done. And so they're imbalanced, they're overwhelmed right now. So they're a little bit off kilter, right? But this is coming out on top of recovery, hope, healing, new beginning, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like your person does see that. You know what I'm saying? This Ace of Pentacles came out underneath. Dealings or relationship with a dark complexion, a woman of dark complexion or dark hair. And so again, I do kind of feel like this is your energy with the Ace of Pentacles. They want a new beginning with you. And look, Sun card in the upright. This is the energy you bring. You bring the energy of abundance. You came in with that energy with the Nine of Pentacles here. Luxury. You know what I'm saying? And so this person may feel a little intimidated, because they know if they're going to be with you, they're going to have to be able to provide this, you know, material comfort and all of the things. They may feel overburdened right now because they have a lot that they're dealing with on top of this transformation. But, you know, you have sun energy, you have healing energy. Again, you spark this vitality with your positivity, success energy, and joy energy. You bring a lot of joy to this person's life, a lot of abundance. They see you as the Empress. You know you're the Empress as well. And so you're taking charge because you know you're covered and you're protected. So this is the three, I'm seeing the Three of Pentacles here. So again, it's that card of incompetence, unrecognized, disagreement, lack of communication. I feel like all of that will be changing. But again, this person is dealing with a lot of things. We have missed opportunities coming out here again. Lack of progress, disappointment, lack of long-term vision. And of course, anyone young and immature, they're going to have a lack of long-term vision. Kind of just give us a little. Actually, let's do the cosmic cards to get a little more clarity on this Three of Pentacles. What is this Three of Pentacles about? It's given third party, you know what I'm saying? And that only an immature person, immature man or woman would want a third party situation. That's not someone that is fully enlightened in their enlightened energy. but this third party ain't working. So calling our parts home. I feel like this person is calling their parts home. It says dream time and awakening. They're going through an awakening, and it's showing here force of attraction. In reverse here. So I'm feeling like, since we're clarifying a card that's in reverse, we know that cards that are in reverse represents external energy. So as we look at these cards, when they come out in the upright, we're going to give that to your person. And then any reverse cards, just specifically in this type of scenario, would be your energy, because we're focusing on them at this point. But dream time and awakening, again, the spirit guide, it says spirit guide in dreams. They are receiving they're being guided in their dreams by their spirit team, to call their parts home. It says embrace and love on all parts of you. This person is changing for the better. They are facing their shadow. They're doing the shadow work. And like it says, literally, it says shadow and light. Inhale and breathing in the energy of Sirius. Exhale and release the old separated parts into the light. Transcend challenges of being immature. So I was right. Like, this younger man could definitely deal with your person, whether they're younger than you or not. There's an immaturity, and so this person is transcending the challenges of being immature. It says become awakened, and remember the next card we have here is dream time and awakening. Become awakened, transcend physical existence, then serve as a guide. They are evolving so that they can serve. I feel like so that they can serve along next to you. They have to come up to your level, and I feel like that they are. And they are now integrating the parts of them that they never allowed themselves to embrace. They are learning to integrate their shadow by shining the light on it and dealing with it. It says, embrace fully that which you keep separate. The parts of you that you cannot love, all parts must be embraced. When our full beings will be home. That's the only way you can be your full self, is to accept all of you, even the parts that you feel you cannot love. And I feel like that's why it was so important as we got into that last energy with the people that were extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. If you have really accepted the shadow within you, you will be able to accept the shadow within them, and to forgive and have gratitude for the experience, because it brought you to this refined level. Okay, that's what's unfolding within you. Refinement, maturity, growth. Wow, I just cut to this humbled card. I feel like your person is humbled. Okay, and they're realizing that they can't buy your love. Since financial help doesn't mean one can lack emotionally. Give me emotion. I can buy my own shit. You know what I'm saying? And this person is humbled by the fact that you want them and don't just look at their finances. I see bullying and the weak here. But after that, we have a beautiful new reality is opening. To enter, you must release attachment to the past. And I feel like these people may have bullied you tried to bully you with their finances. Maybe you felt the threat of them taking back their financial assistance. This could be someone that you really depended on, but again, with you forgiving them, being gracious for the opportunity, really stepping into your energy because you have won. You are stepping into an independence, and you're releasing your attachment to the past because, again, we're dealing with what? The entity, not the person. So this person is calling themselves home. So with them doing that, I feel like that's going to help them challenge why they are in a third party. And remember, I said in third party, just immaturity. They're facing that. So I really feel like they're overcoming that. Dream time and awakenings, this connection to Sirius and Wills connect to. So we had dolphin energy and whale energy. This person may connect more to whale energy since this is in the upright for them. Consciousness before sleep to break free from illusions and begin to awaken. So again, they're receiving downloads in their sleep. Need to see clearly to move to the next level. So they're helping them. Like I said, though your person's ancestors are saying you're not about to fumble this person. You're not about to distract them any longer. You're going to add to them. You need to change. And then we have force of attraction. And this is your energy. I feel like you just have a force of attraction that is inspiring this person to change. It says more energy to surrender to balance than sustain imbalance. This is what you draw out of them. Okay? They're ready to surrender to balance than to keep fighting to sustain imbalance. It says balance is integration. You are sparking this person to integrate their shadow. Can tune in when silent and empty. Okay? And so that's the reason why they're silent and empty when they're asleep, right? Dream time. That's the reason why their ancestors are speaking with them during the night. And why this person may go into isolation. Don't take it personal. Allow this person the time that they need to be in that isolation, because now you know what's happening, right? You know that the ancestors are dealing with them and preparing them to become what you need. It says can tune in when silent or empty. Empty yourself, often in meditation. And so this is part of the way they meditate. It says feel subtle force of attraction that guides to ultimate balance. You know, so I feel like they're growing to the point where you may not be able to communicate the best, but as this person becomes more enlightened, the less talking you're gonna have to do. You know what I'm saying? You guys are gonna communicate telepathically in a way, because they are a match. It gives, because in the reading earlier today, got the King and Queen of Wands in the same energy. We got the Emperor and the Empress, coming out. There was maybe another, the Lovers came out a few times. So, yeah. So this Three of Pentacles in reverse, there's a lot of different energies that is helping this person to come out of this incompetence, to stop ignoring the issues and to face it, and to recognize what they have so that they don't miss the opportunity to go with you to the next level. All right, so let's get some tarot cards out for this. Assert yourself, take risks with courage. So we just got a group of cards that flipped over. We're gonna get the messages, but put them back in. So we have Three of Wands here in the upright. Progress, expansion, growth, foresight, partnerships. Okay? I feel like those ships are coming in as you assert yourself and take risks. We got the King of Cups here. Like, you are full of love, and I feel like you are okay. With the Shield card, you don't feel like you have to defend and play hard anymore. You can allow yourself to really be your true and authentic self and not hide your emotions. We have emotional maturity, compassion, calmness, balanced emotions, right? And then we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Your person sees you as the motherfucking truth. They see you as the Queen of Pentacles. And then the Ten of Cups here in the upright. Joy, harmony. We have peace and harmony, the first card. Fulfillment, happy family life. So again, this person sees you as the truth. And, you know, they're ready to progress the relationship. It feels here. They're ready to be emotionally mature, compassionate when it comes to you. Okay. So coming out underneath, you need to defend yourself. We do have the Knight of Swords here. Like all of these cards have come out in the upright. The Knight of Swords. We got the Strength card. And then the Five of Swords in the upright. And so I feel like this is your energy before you asserted yourself. It took a lot of strength and courage, as with the Strength card here in the upright. It literally has courage on here: bravery, inner strength, force, courage, and control. It took a lot of courage and control for you to walk away from this person. Yo, on this Knight of Swords card, literally, it has the word assertiveness. We're clarifying. Assert yourself. Take risks. And so this is, again, this Knight of Swords is definitely clarifying and in alignment with the messages that are here. Decisiveness. You were determined. You took action. You were ambitious. You definitely took risk in walking away. And I feel like you're a person. You're focused, okay? And I can't even look at this as bad. It sounds bad, but it's not really, because it has conflict, winning at all costs, betrayal, and manipulation. But I don't feel like you did this maliciously. So again, so that takes us back to this card that says karma isn't punishment, but it's you protecting yourself. True freedom comes with self-mastery. This is you mastering yourself. Here we go. It says karma isn't punishment, but necessary rebalancing. So this person may feel like you may feel like you were punishing this person by, you know, asserting yourself and being decisive, you know, but you did it because you needed to rebalance yourself. Because this person, remember this Five of Swords is coming out underneath. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. You had to do this because the person was undependable and insincere. You know, this person had you in Mars energy. You had to tap into your Mars energy. It says Mars energy. Mars is energy we need to break through obstacles and take what's ours. You have to do what you have to do at all costs, because this person was extremely stubborn and willing to change, and you needed to defend yourself, and you did that. You asserted yourself with this Knight of Wands. You applied your strength, your bravery, your inner strength, focus, and you won. Okay? It says betrayal here, but if the person is, you betrayed your old self that allowed you to self-sacrifice, because self-sacrifice was in this energy. It's okay to to betray self-sacrifice, especially when it's hurting you, when it's one of I guess I would say maybe ego and not spirituality, you know. Underneath that, it says, how would you act if you already have the love you desire? So the Spirit wants you to speak into your life that you will have the love that you desire. And Spirit wants you to think about that, because perhaps this is what this person is evolving to. And at a quick rate, because they know you are evolving quickly, right? And so they know they need to do what they got to do, or they're going to miss out on the opportunity. Change limiting beliefs about whether you can have a fulfilling love. And the card underneath this, it says there's no right or wrong, just more or less aligned. And so you're not taken with the, remember we had the forgiveness and gratitude card. You're not mad at this person, again, where we have, figured out and focused our energy of aggression to the entity, not the person. So it's not about right or wrong, just more or less aligned, because we know who we're dealing with. Again, we're changing limiting beliefs. It says release others' burdens as well. And we're releasing, part of releasing that person is releasing the burdens that come with him. But I feel like this person is ready to release their own burdens, which will make it so if you were to allow this person back in your life, it won't be the same. You won't be carrying their karma, their burdens anymore, because they're doing the work to take care of it. You, like I said, you're asserting yourself and saying, I'm not doing this. And so again, here we go with the Three of Swords in the upright. Exactly. And it's coming out over the Knight of Swords in this Strength card. This person broke your heart. And so it forced you to turn into a person that will defend yourself, that will walk away, and will get down in the dirt with their ass. If this is what you want to do, okay, if you want to play, let's play. At first, you were self-sacrificing yourself for this person, but again, it was the heartbreak and emotional pain that sparked you to walk away. And it also sparked this person to face their indecision with the Two of Swords here. You got the Three of Swords in the upright, and they got the Two of Swords in the reverse. It made them face their indecision, the stalemate that they were in. It made them face avoiding confrontation and refusing to make decision and inner turmoil. Like, you was like, okay, if you refuse to make a decision, I will make it for you. Because you got tired of the BS, right? And so you're first forcing this person to break generational curses as well. That's part of the entity that was on that person, is that of a generational entity, right? Family conflict, lack of stability, broken traditions. Yeah, they have to go back and really look at the traditions that they were raised with, because it could have been that of, being a womanizer or having multiple partners or whatever. But there's a new rejuvenating energy here with the Page of Wands, or a new rejuvenating passion here that you're sparking. Exploration, creativity, enthusiasm, ambition, inspiration. This is what you spark for this person, and they don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose that. Okay. So we're gonna get I think we're good on the Ancestor Tarot. Let's just get the Realist Oracle. Get a Realist Oracle card for what we got going on here. A couple tea-light cards was left in here. It says woman dealings with a woman, and then dogs getting together with friends. So you may be getting together. Spirit says in the meantime, while this person is undergoing transformation, this deep spiritual transformation, go hang out with some friends. Go have some fun and just enjoy life. especially now that you are rooted in the present with the forgiveness. I think that was the forgiveness and gratitude card. Not holding grudges with people, dealing with the entity. Look, yeah, we got manifest here coming out under the U1 card. Give yourself permission to say no. It's the great crumble, okay? That is what sparked the great crumble within your person. You told them no. And now Spirit is saying you can dream again with daydreaming. What did I say? I said you're in the now. The only way you can daydream, you have to be in the now to daydream. It's something that happens in the present moment. So Spirit wants you to think about what it is that you want. Bottom of the deck, we have awaken. Oh, I didn't. And then underneath that is big picture. I'm not really sure if this was. Oh, I didn't know. I switched these around. I wasn't supposed to, put reversals in here. But anyway, we'll keep it. But you're seeing the bigger picture. And your person is bossing up because they want a blissed out life with you. I mean, you've already had a deep knowing that there's community there. And you put in the work, you chose love. And you had sleepless nights over this love, but in their shoes, you allowed yourself to put yourself in their shoes. And that kind of helped calm down a lot of the anger that you had with them. Again, remember with the great crumble, they're changing for the better. I kind of want to read this daydreaming card. It's the number 22. All about decisions. We had underneath this card, clarifying this, we have the Two of Swords in reverse, which spoke a lot about indecision. That there's a lot of indecision with your person. And again, with the 22, it's all about making decisions. I feel like this is, with this daydreaming coming out here, you asserting yourself and waking this person up, like telling them they need to stop daydreaming and to get into the now. Maybe your person is daydreaming too much. I actually turned to the great crumble, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it since we're here. 16, another 7, very sacred number. We have in the manifest card is the 2 card, but you made the decision. That's the reason why you have this passionate, strong emotion of love, peace, and harmony, and secret admirer. You're manifesting all of those things. But it says destruction, unexpected shifts. So that's what your person is going through right now, an unexpected shift. Liberation comes with loss. They're losing a lot. They're losing that immature side of them, but they're going to gain a lot. This is the card. This card means there are cracks in your foundation you can't ignore. And again, your person can't ignore them anymore. They're shaken to their core and left wondering where to go next. They're questioning what they are building and who they're building it with. Wow. And why. If debating whether it's a silver lining there. So it's a lot of decisions that they're daydreaming about, perhaps. Because remember, we did have the dream time and awakening. So this, I feel like your person is getting it in their sleep state and in their awakened state, as in when they're awake, when they're awoke, or when they are conscious, because they're not quite awakened spiritually yet, but they are on their way. So with daydreaming here is given, they're getting it on both ends, because they know their spirit guides know they got to act fast. It says whatever falls was destined to crack. Breakthrough will come soon. All right, so breakthrough is coming soon. 22 is what we were heading towards. So daydream is vision board, dream journal. Once your most ambitious dreams come to fruition, it's time to set out in pursuit of new ones. So again, I did kind of feel like this is your energy, and perhaps, you know, this person, this is a miraculous change. You got to understand and know that a miraculous change has happened with this person. Okay? And so recognize your power now. Don't. Okay? And they say, okay, now that that's done, it's time to start planning and moving forward. Assert yourself, take risks with courage. And now we got a whole different way of dealing with each other now that there's an actual commitment. And again, this could be romantic, it can be familial, or, you know, business-wise. Says consulting your dreams is a fierce reminder of why the daily routine is worth it. Okay? This dream is about to come into fruition, so it's going to be time to set out in pursuit of new ones. But now you got a team behind you that's supporting you. Allow yourself to accept the support and love. And just flow, be in the energy of flow. Wipe the slate clean. Wipe the slate clean. You know, it'll be better for forgiveness and gratitude. Remember, they come out in this set of cards here. Being too grounded in the less glamorous keeps us stagnant. Stop focusing on the less. Then I say, wipe the slate clean. Don't be too grounded in what happened in the past, which is less glamorous, likely. Keeps you stagnant, apathetic, and even depressed. This card calls you to use dreams to plan for the future. Use your dreams to plan for the future. Okay, so especially with your person being dealt with in the dream state, if you use your dreams to, what does it say? Use your dreams to plan for the future. Make sure right as you're laying down, you start planning for the future. Think about those things so that when you dream, you can allow your subconscious state to take that idea and to work on it. Think about how you want things to turn out. Start planning for the future right when you're laying down to go to sleep and getting sleepy. Start planning for the future and then allow your dreams to take over. We do have Awaken here at the bottom of the deck, number 20. I do want to read that. Air element, higher perspective, answering your calling, a new person. So again, your person is becoming a new person, or you maybe a new person coming in, literally new person. But if we're dealing with the entity, you don't actually necessarily need a new person. The entity just needs to be dealt with, and I feel like that is what's happening. You're dealing with the entity how you can, and that is helping your person to deal with it and to face that entity head on. It says this card means you're awakening to a truth about the purpose of your life and the choices you are making. And I feel like this is for your person, and it's helping them see the bigger picture, the same picture that you've been seeing. You're starting to see where this winding road called life will lead and become crystal clear about what is required to get there. This is your person. This could be a time of spiritual, religious, or sexual awakening. And I tell you, it could be your sexual energy that has sparked this within your person. Yo, I cannot. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and end it there. Hope that helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion, family. I love you all, and until next time, peace.